This video was produced by the UCD Maths Support Centre in conjunction with the UCD Access Centre. In this video we're going to talk about the perpendicular distance from a point to a line and how we can find it. So the formula for finding perpendicular distance from a point to a line is given in here, and it's a times x1 plus b times y1 plus c, all divided by the square root of a squared plus b squared. And all of these values are taken from your point, x1, y1, and the equation of your line ax plus by plus c equals 0. So now we're just going to go through an example here where we use this formula, and we're asked to find the perpendicular distance from the point 3, 1 to the line 4x plus 3y plus 10 equals 0. So all we have to do is find what all of these values, x1, y1, a, b, and c are. In our case, x1 is 3, y1 is 1, the coordinates of our point, a is the number in front of x, 4, b is the number in front of y, 3, and c is our constant in our equation for the line, which is 10. So then all we have to do is fill these numbers into our formula. So we end up with 4 times 3, which is 12, plus 3 is 15, plus 10 is 25, all over the square root of 4 squared, which is 16, plus 3 squared, which is 9, adding up to square root of 25, which is 25 divided by 5, which gives us a perpendicular distance of 5 units. Now we'll take a look at a little bit more involved example where we are told that we are asked to find the equation of two lines which are parallel to the line x plus 2y equals 5 and a distance of square root 3 square root 5 from it. So the first thing we need to recall is that a parallel line to this line here will have equation x plus 2y plus c equals 0. The first thing we need to do is to find one point on the line x plus 2y equals 5, and then we can just set our distance 3 root 5 from that point to find the various values of c that will give us our two lines we need. So first, let's just set y equal to 0, and that gives us x plus 2 times 0, which is 0, equals 5, which just gives us that x is equal to 5. So therefore we have a point 5, 0 is on the line x plus 2y equals 5. Then, if this line here is our line, we're looking for two lines that are parallel to it, so the x and the y don't change, but it's plus some constant c on either side. And the other additional information we're told is that they are a distance of 3 root 5 from our original line. So we've got a point on our line, and we want the perpendicular distance from that point. Let's say it's here, the point 5, 0. We want the perpendicular distance from that point to each of these lines here and here to be 3 root 5. So the various parts of our formula then, we have our x1 and our y1 will be just the point that we found, so our x1 is 5, our y1 is 0, our a is going to be the number in front of x, which is 1, our b is the number in front of y, which is 2, but most importantly our c is the unknown that we're searching for. Our c is the unknown. So once we fill in these values into the formula, we will have 1 times 5 plus 2 times 0, which is 0, plus c, all over the square root of 1 squared plus 2 squared is equal to our perpendicular distance that we set, 3 root 5, because we want our lines to be 3 root 5 away from this point 5, 0, which means both lines will be 3 root 5 away from our original line. So simplifying the left-hand side a little bit, we'll have 5 plus c all over square root 5 is equal to 3 root 5. If we multiply both sides by a root 5, our root 5 will cancel with what we have on the bottom, and a root 5 times a root 5 on the left, or sorry, the right, will give us 5 times 3, which is 15, and on our left, we just have 5 plus c equals 15. But of course, we have our modulus sign, and whenever we have a mod sign, that basically means if we have, for example, mod x is equal to 3, that basically means that x is equal to 3 or x is equal to minus 3. But in our case, we have mod of 5 plus c is equal to 15. So that means we're going to have either 5 plus c equals 15 or 5 plus c equals minus 15. And then simplifying those, we'll end up with c being equal to 10 or c being equal to minus 20. And then we recall that we initially said our answers will be of the form x plus 2y plus c equals 0. So filling those two values for c in, we get our two answers, x plus 2y plus 10 equals 0, or x plus 2y minus 20 equals 0. And that is our final answer for that question.